Hi everyone, this is Julia Mikk, sending you this little message via video from my home in Boulder, Colorado. And as you know, if you have watched my videos, I love to start with a breath. Let's start with one deep breath down into the abdomen. And see if you can take one more breath. This time bring it all the way down into your toes. Can you do that? Yeah. So as you know, if you know, I am the founder of Breath of Love Work, and we start our journey in Breath of Love with breath. It has a lot to do with breath, and it's the very first stage of the whole process. However, it's a very powerful stage, and I want to tell you more about it today. If you want to hear about the other stages, there are a total of 4 stages. There's another video about it. It describes all 4 stages and the value of them for your life. But today I want to focus on the first stage, which is about breath and breathing. And this is the only stage where we do anything with the breath. Other stages are more about embodiment and learning to surrender to your bigger destiny, to your bigger essence, also without doing anything to the breath, just tapping into it because it is your true nature to be that state of grace, peace, and clear inner guidance ongoingly. However, the first stage is about breakthrough, about fully waking up, waking out of the suffering, out of the struggle, out of the belief systems that keep continuously creating struggle in your life. Waking up out of any insecurities you have, any beliefs you have about yourself, that you're not good enough, you're not beautiful enough, you're not wise enough, you're not spiritual enough. Waking up out of that box of constriction you have been living in. Also waking up out of your identity, period, whatever you think you are. Like, ooh, I am a doctor, I am a healer, I am a mechanic, I am a scientist. Like, even going beyond that, like, who are you really as the greater presence of life? How does God, how does pure intelligence of the universe want to flow through you in this moment in your life? And that's much, much bigger than your little box of identity you have put yourself into. The interesting thing I have noticed when people tap into this greater essence that they really are meant to be, so much transforms in their life. Much more money starts flowing, many more opportunities show up, new relationships come in, soulmates show up, because there's such clean alignment with person's highest good that they become like a magnet for abundance, for prosperity, for harmonious, satisfying relationships. I have actually a lot of clients who say that all of a sudden their cravings change, that the diet effortlessly becomes so much more healthy. They are not wanting any sugar, they don't want any coffee, they don't want any other substances, and it totally surprises them. It even surprises me sometimes, but so many things happen in connection to this pure, clean alignment when you step into it and own who you're really meant to be in this world. All of that connects to this first stage that's called Breath of Love process. In Breath of Love process, there is a journey that we take with the help of breath. And breath is important because it creates breakthroughs in our psyche, in our nervous system, and in the way energy is used to flowing through the body. That's very important because a lot of belief systems and even a lot of thoughts and perceptions of reality are really a response to how energy moves through your system. If your energy is blocked, if your energy is constricted, if your energy is contracted around the heart, for instance, or energy is contracted around your lower abdomen, for instance, it affects how you think, it affects how you see the world, it affects how you see yourself. It affects how capable you feel, how much courage you have, how much you believe that everything is going to work out in your favor, or it affects how you feel depressed or not courageous or scared or feeling that people are out there to get you, or whatever it is that you're believing in a limited way about yourself. So in Breath of Love, we don't work with the mind. We go deeper than the mind into the actual subconscious realm where all the belief systems live. And subconscious realm is what allows the energy to flow in a certain way through the body, through the nervous system, through the being. So in Breath of Love, we go into the deeper level that holds those nuggets of limitation or constricts the energy flow. And we use the breath in order to break through those blocks and through those stagnant places that are not allowing you to be in your fullness, in your freedom, in your courage, living your bigger purpose with great joy. And in Breath of Love, it's very different from any other breath modalities I have come across, and I have come across many of them. In Breath of Love, it's not so much about pushing the breath or doing the breath work perfectly. It's not about hard work. It's more than anything about ease and surrender. And be using breath in a way that's effortless, gentle, and caring, so you can actually soften into this place of safety and well-being instead of pushing your way into it, pushing your way through some difficult stuff. Can you see a difference? They're different modalities, and all breathwork modalities have a wonderful purpose. I'm just wanting to help you see the difference, because a lot of my clients do ask, how is Breath of Love different from other breath-related modalities? Many breath-related modalities are about control, doing pranayama perfectly, or in holotropic breathwork, it's very much about catharsis and getting it all out of you, and it can be very intense and very dramatic. And it can help with some things. It can definitely help with expression, like how can I express all of me in the wildest of ways? That's good. In Breath of Love, we have a different intention. In Breath of Love, it's more about surrender to your soul. And it's more about softening, melting, and surrendering to this pure intelligence and pure grace that your soul is made out of. And when you surrender to it, that intelligence starts flowing through your whole system gently and in a caring, loving manner, and starts healing you. So very often physical body heals in the process. Even chronic pain sometimes totally goes away and never comes back. Emotional, old traumas get healed, but they get healed from the inside out because you surrender to this greater health and intelligence and wisdom that is so pure and so profound in its movement that when we surrender to it, literally miracles happen. And in Breath of Love, it's about ease. How can we surrender and let go into it with ease? So it doesn't have to be hard work. We can let go of those belief systems that keep creating hard work in our lives. That we can actually find a new way, we can embody a new way that is easy and effortless. And once we embody it in the Breath of Love process, it's like a new habit that gets to live in our nervous system and in our psyche. And this new habit is all about ease and effortlessness. So I have seen many of my clients who go through a series of sessions with me, or clients who go through a certification course with me and learn to do Breath of Love on their own. They all of a sudden start seeing how everything in their life becomes more effortless. They're like, wow, my relationship became more effortless. That conflict I have had for 9 months, in 10 minutes just resolved, and it was so easy. And they're surprised. They're like, wow, how is this possible? And money starts flowing more effortlessly. Often many more clients show up for them, or if they are a CEO in a company, then all of a sudden their employees start getting very friendly towards them, and it's much easier work environment that takes place as a result. So many stories. I have someone who went through a whole course with me, and all of a sudden people started showing up to support her business for free. They just believed in her work and they wanted to help her, and she had all this free labor, which of course allowed her business to blossom without her paying anything extra for support. She was blown away. But it was all because she aligned herself inside of herself with ease, with effortlessness, with her new ability to receive, which is also a big part of Breath of Love. How to let support in, how to let healing in, how to let love in. And that's not something you can do in your head by thinking about it. It's an energetic realignment that makes it possible. So I'm going to leave it at this for now. Breath of Love overall is a very experiential process. It's tricky to talk about it in words. You really need to experience it to feel the profound shift that happens inside of you as a result. So in any way you can, if you have a Breath of Love facilitator anywhere close to you, go experience their work, or look up on my website, breathoflove.org. Look up who is anywhere in your country or in your state and travel to them or fly to them to experience Breath of Love work, because that's what really will teach you the most about this very sacred modality. It's a very honor to bring this to you, and it's an honor to have you listening to me. Thank you so much for your willingness to step up in a new way in your life and give birth to a new you and new possibility for ease, abundance, and peace in your reality. Sending much love your way. Bye.